Right now, dozens of Madison residents coming together this morning for the annual Cycle for Sight fundraiser. To learn why this event means just a bit more for one local family. Also, the Flight of Lights drive-through light show has returned to the Dane County Regional Airport. Later in the newscast, we'll take a look at the 6 scenes on display this year. Plus, southern Wisconsin is buried under snow after this morning's storm. Alex will bring us the latest snow totals and what we can expect for the rest of the weekend. Those stories and more coming up right now at 10. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm McKenna Alexander. Let's go ahead and just get into what is on everyone's mind this Saturday, all of that snow. This is a live look at the Capitol, shining bright above a city that's blanketed under this sea of white this evening. And if you woke up today, looked out the window and groaned, you were not alone. Meteorologist Alex Harrington is on the patio tonight with our first warn forecast. Alex, record-breaking snowfall in late March. Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. And for those areas that got the dumping of snow, definitely was apparent this morning. We had 12.1 inches of snow officially in Madison. That is a daily record for March. Previous record was 12.0 inches in one day in March back in 1971. So we are just a little bit above that. And this snowfall actually falls in one of our top 10 biggest snows for the city of Madison. But I bet this question's on your mind. What changed from the forecast from last night? We were going for 3 to 6 inches, mostly to the south and east of Madison. Well, what ended up occurring, folks, is the storm track moved significantly to the north and to the west. And when you've got a storm track that moves to the north and west, the heavy band of snow is on the back side of that. And that moved right through the center part of the viewing area. Most of our weather models were showing this event being south and east of Madison. One weather model, the European model, was hinting at it being a little bit further to the north and west, but that was kind of the odd model. So you forecast with the consensus, and the consensus was looking to be to the south and east of Madison, but what ended up occurring was the least likely scenario, and we definitely got that in the city of Madison. No snow out there on high resolution radar right now, although that snow will pick back up for some parts of southern Wisconsin as we go into your Sunday. We'll break down just how much snow some areas may receive on Sunday. We'll look at the snow totals from today's big winter storm, and we'll also look at a whole bunch of viewer photos.
All right, thanks, Alex. Well, the result of this morning's storm has made for some beautiful pictures, as Alex just teased, but all of that snow has caused some headaches among drivers. Our Braden Ross braved the storm to get a look at how the city of Madison is managing the snowy spring surprise.
It was a nice day yesterday, so I was like, I'm gonna wake up, it's gonna be another nice day. No, I guess not.
This morning, a spring surprise.
Well, they say March is in like a lion, out like a lamb, but today in Wisconsin, it's March 25th, and it feels a little bit more like a roar than a baa.
It just felt crazy, not like seeing that much snow outside.
For Rafael Adame, shoveling more than a foot of snow on a Saturday morning in late March was not the plan.
I didn't want to shovel at all. I just felt lazy. I didn't want to do nothing. I wasn't expecting it.
Here we are. Welcome to Wisconsin. Yeah.
Brian Johnson from the City of Madison Streets Division knows better than anyone a snowy March isn't unheard of.
Even though it's technically spring, our plows are not put away yet. It's spring in Wisconsin, so of course it's going to snow. And it feels terrible every time it happens, but it's not unusual.
Across the Madison area, slippery roads and accumulating snow left many drivers in sticky situations.
Winter's not done with us yet, so hopefully I can put away those winter driving skills, even though some of us may have put away the snow blowers.
But while this morning's storm certainly caused plenty of headaches, things are always a little better with a positive attitude and a helping hand.
Go, 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 go!
Woo!
Hey! Yep.
It's almost time to go out and enjoy like Wisconsin spring, where we definitely will have earned it this year.
For News 3 Now, I'm Braden Ross.
Just a reminder, you can stay up to date on the weather with our First Warn Forecast weather app. There you'll find hourly forecast, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather. Next tonight, 4 teenagers between the ages of 14 and 17 were arrested Thursday after police say the group crashed a stolen car into a tree on Madison's west side. Officers say the car crashed into a tree near Moraine View Drive near Gammon Lane. 5 people ran from the car, but 4 were arrested not far from the crash. From the car, police recovered a loaded gun. Officers say that car was reported stolen out of Cross Plains earlier in the week. 3 of the teenagers were taken to the Juvenile Reception Center, while the 17-year-old was booked into the Dane County Jail. All 4 of them face a variety of charges. Madison police are warning the community tonight after getting a report of a scammer posing as a sergeant. A woman tells police she received a call from someone claiming to be a sergeant with MPD and that she owed $7,000 due to a missed court hearing. Luckily, this woman recognized she was speaking to a scammer, hung up, and reported it to police. Tonight, MPD officials are stressing that they do not call people to demand money under any circumstance. So if you receive a similar call, be sure to hang up and then report it to police. New at 10 tonight, who says decorative lights are reserved for the holidays? The Flight of Lights display is back up at Dane County Regional Airport each night from now through Sunday, April 16th. The best news is anyone can drive by the lights for free, and you don't even have to be making an airport drop-off or pick-up to view them. The lights will turn on each night for 4 hours between 7:30 and 11:30 as a drive-through display along International Lane at the airport. This year's lights feature 6 themed displays, which include tributes to first responders and healthcare workers. If you want to see this for yourself, just turn on to International Lane from Packers Avenue and Anderson Street, as there will be no access allowed from Darwin Road. It may not look like it outside, but it has been spring for a few days now. And if all of this snow is making you question the calendar, Oldbrook Botanical Gardens can help with its spring flower show now in full bloom. Right now, the garden's atrium has been transformed into a flowering paradise full of color and fresh smells. If you're trying to ignore the driveway that still needs to be shoveled, visiting these flowers may be just what you need. But you have to go see them soon because Sunday is the last day to do so. You can check out the spring flower show tomorrow from 10 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. Tickets cost $8 for adults and $5 for children 5 and older. But if you're an Oldbrook Botanical Garden member or under the age of 5, you can get in for free. Dozens were breaking a sweat on stationary bikes this morning during today's Cycle for Sight fundraiser. Each year, the McPherson Eye Institute at UW-Madison hosts the event at a Princeton Club location, raising money to fund research for eye diseases. As our Andrew Banstra shares, this annual fundraiser means a bit more for one local family.
We, of course, took a break from the Princeton Club during the pandemic, but this is our first year back. We were greeted by a snowstorm.
Visibility's not great, and you really shouldn't be biking out on the roads in this weather, but that's what we're doing this morning. We're cycling for sight. The annual Cycle for Sight event raises money to fund vision research at UW's McPherson Eye Research Institute. For the Valentine family, this day is personal.
Kenzie Valentine was a young woman who had a rare neurodegenerative disorder, and she passed away in 2017.
We're 1 minute down, 1 minute up.
So now, each year, Team Kenzie hits the spin studio in her honor. This year, Team Kenzie raised $30,000 of the event's $50,000 fundraising goal. And now, the event is dedicated in her memory.
We are really happy to remember Kenzie in our class at the 10 o'clock. We shared memories about her as we were riding.
Tanning her hair. She would sit outside in the sun to tan her hair.
Cycling and fundraising in this event carries Kenzie's legacy forward.
You know, we come here and we see like the posters of Kenzie, so it's always kind of fun to do it in her, you know, in her memory.
There were 3 sessions on Saturday, but fundraising runs through April for remote riders, including one participant in Alaska.
The money goes straight to vision research. It supports starter grants for different kinds of experiments, mostly by grad students and postdoctoral students who have an idea of something that might improve vision in some way.
For the Valentines, giving someone else the gift of sight, that's the goal. That's why they ride for Kenzie.
They're really dedicated to making sure that even though Kenzie is not here anymore, that what she had and that vision loss that was a part of it, that is really eliminated for others.
In Madison, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Now.
Today's fundraiser was the 12th annual Cycle for Sight. Another annual tradition taking place in the Madison area today, Barley Wine Fest, which returned to Giant Jones Brewing Company this afternoon. Employees at the brewery on East Main say this festival is celebrated on the 4th Saturday in March, which this time happened to fall on a very snowy Saturday. But that's not a bad thing, considering a day like today is perfect for staying indoors with a drink to warm you up. Now, barley wine isn't actually wine, but rather a very strong beer that dates back to the 18th century England, with much of its nutty, toasty, and caramel flavors coming from a generous amount of malt. 19 barley wines were on tap today, and the brewery's co-owner says if you've never tasted one, prepare for an exciting but complex first sip.
You're bringing these like simple ingredients together, but you're getting these like huge breadth and depth of them. So you're getting these like bright, fruity high notes of like dried apricot or maybe grapefruit or something, but then it just like opens up into like pastry crust and croissant.
Jones says that most of the barley wines have been aged 5 to 7 years. Whether it's beer or movies, festivals are popping up all around town right now. For the Wisconsin Film Festival, final preparations are underway as the event returns to Madison in a little under 3 weeks. But today, movie fanatics had a chance to get an early look at some of the films that will be featured in the festival. Those who visited Middleton Public Library today had a chance to watch some of the trailers of the movies that will be shown at the film festival next month, while they also learned how the festival operates from its organizers. Today's showing is a part of a preview series that spans several weeks, during which branches in the Madison and Monona Library districts host viewing parties.
We want to show movies the way that we believe movies should be seen, on the big screen, with people sitting together, talking about the films, standing in line. There's some real palpable excitement, you know, when you're waiting for rush tickets or whether you're just waiting in line and talking to people about what films they've seen and what they're going to see and what their favorites are.
The Wisconsin Film Festival returns Thursday, April 13th and runs through the 20th. For more information about the festival, including where you can get tickets, just visit wifilmfest.org. Still at tonight at 10, more than 24 people are dead after tornadoes swept through parts of southern states overnight. We'll take a closer look at the damage just ahead on News 3 Now.
Lake Ridge may be a new name, but it isn't a new bank. It's one built on over a century of community commitment. One equipped with all the knowledge and resources of 145 collective years of experience. Monona Bank and State Bank of Cross Plains are coming together as one. As Lake Ridge Bank, we're doing more together for you.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-550-5543.
Make a move in the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and Accord, with available hybrid powertrains designed for more responsive performance and more advanced tech. When you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2022 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Get moving and find the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Got a good feeling about this, yeah, I'm with it. I got a good feeling about this, yeah, so let's get it. I'm feeling good vibes.
After I was robbed and my girlfriend was beat up, Janet Protasewicz was the prosecutor that went after those criminals. Those fools were on a violent crime spree. Janet prosecuted them case after case and brought those criminals to justice. I saw her work up close. She's compassionate, she's fair, and she believes in public safety. On the Supreme Court, I know she'll fight for you because she fought for me. Janet cares about us.
After driving cattle in the 1880s, hitting the hay could be a literal experience. But some lucky cowpokes got to sack out in a brand new Sealy mattress. And after 140 years, Sealy is still delivering a great night's sleep.
That's why Denver Mattress is proud to offer the Sealy Posturepedic Plus hand-filled mattress. And right now, save up to $250 and enjoy Posturepedic support where you need it most.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Sealy.
For over 2 years, a Sauk County woman paid monthly for a home warranty plan. But after several repair claims, no money reimbursed.
You just get kind of put off.
Tahlil Mohildin shows you what happened after this disgruntled customer made a call for action. Thursday at 6. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
In news across the U.S. tonight, former President Donald Trump hosted a campaign rally in Waco, Texas this afternoon, with several prominent Republicans in attendance, including Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida and Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia. Trump's return to big-style rallies comes just days after his social media post warning of death and destruction if New York prosecutors arrest him. Trump predicted last weekend that he would be arrested within days, but that did not happen. A powerful tornado killed at least 26 people in Mississippi and 1 person in Alabama. Friday night storm left behind untold destruction after it leveled houses, uprooted trees, and destroyed infrastructure across parts of the South. Christian Benavides reports from hard-hit Silver City, Mississippi.
The devastating tornado brought death and destruction to a wide stretch of Mississippi and other parts of the Deep South.
We lost everything, but we got our life.
As the twister wiped out neighborhoods, the National Weather Service says it apparently remained on the ground for more than an hour. The tornado touched down in Rolling Fork in western Mississippi Friday night and kept going to other towns across the region. Now houses sit in ruins, toppled trees are all around, and flipped cars and even big trucks litter the landscape. When daylight broke in Silver City, Mississippi, the tornado's disastrous impact became all the more evident.
It was just devastating last night. Pitch black dark, and trying to get everybody out we could get out. Get to a safe location.
Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves declared a state of emergency in all counties hit by the deadly weather. President Biden and the First Lady issued a statement saying they are praying for the loved ones of victims. The president also says he spoke to the FEMA administrator who has deployed emergency response resources and personnel to Mississippi.
Tens of thousands of customers were also without power today in Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee. Let's get a look at your first one forecast with meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex, lots of active weather happening, and you said that system in the south is the same one that dumped snow on us today.
Yeah, McKenna, you're right, for sure. That weather system is the same weather system as it tracked towards the north and towards the east that brought this scene to southern Wisconsin. This is our time lapse here in the WISC Skycam. We'll put it into motion in just a moment here, but the reason why we got all that snow here right in the city of Madison is the storm system matured and deepened, and it moved further to the north and west, and with that, the heavier snow band also moved to the north and west quite dramatically. And just look at that white out here on our time lapse. Look at that, the sea of white that we were referring to. But the good news is, by the end of the day, the sun came out and we started to get that melting action going. Look at this, though, here in Platteville, starting off with just a little bit of white. By the end of the day, beautiful blue skies and even just a hint of green grass out there. Let's take a look here at the few things that you need to know for tonight. Let's break it on down here. If you got snow, just take note, we're going to have a hard refreeze of that snow. We'll be having some patchy fog overnight, and we're tracking some more snow potential as we go into your Sunday. Let's get right to it. The future track model here is showing maybe upwards of an inch or less in Madison. But as you go a little bit further to the south and west, Grant, Iowa, Mineral Point area, down towards Platteville, maybe an inch to 2 inches with this weather system as it moves into the area as we go from your Sunday into your Sunday evening. Look at the snow totals here. The winner, 13.9 inches in Middleton. We got a viewer photo too of that. Madison, 12.1 inches. That's a record from March, a daily record from March, and one of the top biggest snows we've ever had. Watertown, 9.9 inches, 8.6 our friends in New Glarus, and in Dodgeville, 3.6. And that track set up right over the center part of the viewing area with that sharp cutoff on the northwest, Lone Rock. Nothing. Even Spring Green. We have some friends in Spring Green that mentioned they had nothing too on the north side of Spring Green. We'll do 21 tonight with those clear skies. Again, watch out for the hard refreeze and some patchy fog. And as we go into your Sunday, 39 with those rain and snow showers, especially for areas along and south of the Wisconsin River. Well, let's take a look here at some of our viewer photos. I'm going to step out of the way. We're going to thank Ed here for sending this picture here, McKenna. This is in Madison where we had that foot of snow. Ed has family in the Helena area west of Madison. They have nothing. So again, to show that dramatic change from where you go from west to east across the viewing area, just a little tiny distance, and you have no snow or a lot of snow. Kind of in between. Arena, thanks, Joni, for sending this. Rena Mazo, that looks probably like 3
inches.
Yeah, 3 or 4 inches. Then here, Mike, again, I said 13 inches, Middleton, Madison area. Mike showing that 13 inches. Very apparently Our friend Jane in Watertown said, oh, it's still snowing, Alex, when she sent us this picture.
I agree.
Friends in Watertown, no, I agree too. I'm quite over the winter. It was a challenge doing potty with Loki today, as I'm sure it was for many dog owners. But hey, if you're cattle and you've got this much fur here, thanks Amanda and Bradley for sending us this. They're probably at home, but also wondering, when is this going to end? And then Romeo, super happy to see his owner, significant other, out there clearing the snow, although I think the significant other is probably getting a workout from that heavy, wet snow.
Wishing they were inside with the dog.
Probably. After we get through that weather system, McKenna and folks, on Sunday, again, could bring up to an inch of snow in some areas. Then we turn more towards spring.
Woo!
Finally, that weather system Thursday going into Friday, that could bring us some thunderstorm activity. So we're going to just turn from winter to spring.
That's how Wisconsin works, right?
Yep.
All right, thanks, Alex. Still tonight, football is back as Badgers hit the field this morning for their first spring practice. Jordan has more of the team's return coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Can we really trust him with a car?
Of course we can, Lindsay, with AAA Auto Insurance.
Wait, AAA has auto insurance?
We do home insurance, too.
Switch and save on AAA Auto Insurance and expect something more.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. And current Chevy owners get $2,500 cash allowance on this Silverado with a turbo high-output engine. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Allergy sufferers. Bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all. Take Zysol at night.
You already know Dan Kelly worked for a radical anti-abortion group, and on the court could uphold Wisconsin's 1849 abortion ban, with no exceptions for rape or incest. Here's what you didn't know. Kelly opposed background checks on all gun sales and even wrote the court decision making it easier for dangerous people to carry guns in public, banning abortion, putting our communities at risk. Dan Kelly is too extreme for our Supreme Court.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
He's going to speak now.
The bad news. Most cell companies only give you discounts if you meet their hidden requirements.
I bet he says the good news now.
The good news. US Cellular gives you $830 off any phone when you choose an unlimited evolved plan. No plan restrictions or trade-ins needed.
So nice.
So, friend who always has a broken phone can finally get a new one.
It's just a scratch. It's broken.
No.
Oh. It's busted.
We're good. Oh, no.
Get $830 off any phone with no hidden requirements. US Cellular, built for us.
What? What's that? Corned beef? Ooh, melty stuff. Sauerkraut? Plus Thousand Island? On special bread? Oh, got it. That's Arby's Reuben. Arby's, we have the meats.
Can we really trust him with a car?
Of course we can, Lindsay, with AAA Auto Insurance.
Wait, AAA has auto insurance?
We do home insurance, too.
Switch and save on AAA Auto Insurance and expect something more.
We had a plan to go outside today. I've been watching since 10 days prior, right? And 10 days ago, it come up on my phone, it was 51 and sunny. And then it went to 49, and then it went down to 48, and all of a sudden this little snowflake popped up there about a day or two ago.
Definitely not the weather anyone would have thought for the first day of spring practice. You know, that foot of snow out there this morning. But hey, the first practice is in the books, and that means that the Luke Fickell era is officially underway at Wisconsin. All week, the talk has been about the excitement for this day, this practice, just to get things going again. And that goes for both players and coaches. Now, for the new head coach, his big things for day one. Does the team have the energy, and do they have the discipline to get everything done today? Well, safe to say, Fickell likes what he saw.
Without watching the film and stuff, I feel really good. I told those guys afterwards, I think 2 hours and 12 minutes, 2 hours and under 2 hours and 15 minutes for what we want to do is really where we want to be. And we were able to get everything in that we had down. They did a great job, obviously, with the effort and the attitude. They did a great job competing with each other. You know, without pads on, you know, it sometimes can get a little bit out of control at times. But I thought they did a really, really good job for day one. And we'll just have to build from here.
Bucks kicked off their 4-game road trip with a dub in Salt Lake City. Tonight, they're over in Denver, hoping to extend the win streak. The Nuggets with a 1-point lead in the second. Just get the ball to Giannis. He tips it in from Chris Middleton, and Milwaukee is in front. Now, how about making that lead double-digit? Drew Holiday has you covered. He drains the 3, but Denver ends up catching fire second half. This game is just now wrapping up, and the Bucks are still trailing. Postseason basketball comes with a whole new set of challenges. Among them is facing a program you've never played before, or maybe ones that you don't see all that often. That's just the nature of the NCAA tournament as well as the NIT. And for Wisconsin, the first 2 rounds have been against teams outside of the Power 5 conference. But just because they aren't Big Ten, ACC, SEC, Pac-12, or Big 12, it doesn't mean that they can't battle. The Badgers know this. And as Greg Gard said, the playing field is more level than it used to be.
The way college basketball's going now, and the way that kids are kind of like training, like you're going to have good hoopers no matter where you're at. And so when you run into these mid-major teams, I feel like the basketball's still the same. You're still going to have a pretty decent coach that you're going up against. Maybe not the tallest guys, but everyone out there knows how to play basketball, has been playing basketball for a while. They got to this level, and I don't really see a dip in anything high major, mid-major.
Steve Stricker and Jerry Kelly competing in the Gallery Classic this weekend. Stricker making serious moves in the second round. He ends the day with an eagle, helping him jump up 11 spots on the leaderboard. He's currently tied for 3rd and 2 shots off the lead. Kelly is tied for 23rd heading into the final round.
I think it was on Monday you said that Luke Fickell, we had an interview with him where he was saying, you know, ahead of spring practice, it feels like Christmas morning. I just wanted to be here.
Saturday's gonna feel
what you wish for. It looks like Christmas out there. So
I know that was the irony, is that he was like, yes, Saturday, you know, today just felt like Christmas morning. And it's like, yeah, actually, we got snow today for the hypothetical Christmas, and I think on Christmas we didn't actually get snow. So
great first impression, Luke. Thank you. Stay with us. We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.
It's Hy-Vee's Mega Produce Sale this Friday through Sunday. Strawberries, just $1.99 for a 1-pound pack. Red seedless grapes, just $1.48 a pound. And asparagus, only $1.99 a pound. Only at Hy-Vee.
Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife, Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
How can you make a difference in the world when there is so much need?
Be a mentor.
Young people need a positive role model to succeed and navigate life's challenges. Think about someone in your life who helped you get where you are today. A mentor assures young people that someone cares and makes them feel like they matter. Learn about mentorship opportunities in the 608 at unitedmadison.com/mentoring. Brought to you by Fearing's Audio Video Security and United Madison.
Got a good feeling about this, yeah, I'm with it. I got a good feeling about this, yeah, so let's get it. I'm feeling good vibes.
Aren't you tired of being tired? Shop Denver Mattress today and get all the Z's you need. And during the Super 7-Day Sell-Off, save big on the Doctor's Choice Firm, now just $664.99. Check out the Summit Firm for only $332.49. Or save $300 on Tempur Breeze and Luxe Adapt mattresses and get a $300 gift. plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. Say goodbye to tossing and turning and hello to a better night's sleep. Only at Denver Mattress.
This is how legends are made. Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. And current Chevy owners get $2,500 cash allowance on this Silverado with a turbo high-output engine. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
On abortion rights, do you want extremist Dan Kelly holding the gavel? Kelly wants abortion banned even in cases of rape, incest, and the health of the mother. He'll uphold the 1849 criminal abortion law that allows doctors and nurses to be jailed for performing abortions. And he'll strip women of their freedom to make their own decision on abortion. So don't give Dan Kelly a gavel with your vote. He's just too extreme.
It's Hy-Vee's Mega Produce Sale this Friday through Sunday. Strawberries, just $1.99 for a 1-pound pack. That's smart bananas, just 39 cents a pound. And Dole salad kits, only $2.99. Only at Hy-Vee.
Watch live streaming Monday at 7 p.m. Replayed Tuesday at 4.
Finally tonight, if this week's northern lights were not enough to liven up your sky, they were for me. NASA, this might help. NASA is reporting a newly discovered asteroid will pass between Earth and the moon this weekend. It's called 2023 DZ2, and it might be more than 200 feet in diameter. Astronomers at the Observatory of La Palma in Spain reportedly discovered the asteroid, which NASA expects to pass more than 100,000 miles from Earth, moving at more than 17,000 miles an hour. Now, this is not going to be falling out of the sky. You know what did fall out of the sky? Snow and snow. And more snow.
And a lot of snow, yeah. The storm center, significant track north and west, not expected. And that's why we got so much snow here in Madison, was because of that change in track. Well, for those that did get the snow, we're going to have a hard refreeze of that. So if you can't clear stuff now, it's going to be a challenge on your Sunday morning. And then we're also looking at some patchy fog in areas and then some rain and snow showers that could maybe amount to 1 inch in some spots on Sunday.
Thanks, guys, and thanks for joining us tonight. News 3 Now This Morning starts at 6:30.